Welcome to the Site-65 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Tomato Peterson, and we have a stacked lineup of people at this table. With me, as always, is Keegan. Keegan, how are you?
Yo, I'm doing all right.
All right, good to hear, good to hear. Joining us for the first time is '05 assistant Jules.
Aren't you gonna have to redact that?
Probably.
Nah. Next up, if someone yells at me, I'll redact it, but like for now, I think we're pretty good. Besides, there's no one here who can't hear about it. Next up is executive researcher Daniel Silk.
Hello.
And I'll come back to this guy in a second, because he's joining me via webcam. We have 11 Sergeant Halo.
Hello.
And finally, we have a special guest joining us from somewhere. He remotely logged into my laptop and he's joining us via Skype. It's Richard Mann, the guy you heard cuss out a CI a few weeks ago.
Yes, turns out CI doesn't like resignation papers much, so I left them a note. Anyways, good day, everyone. The note reads no.
I mean, fair enough. If you're gonna resign, you got to make it memorable. We'll get to all that in a second. But everyone, thank you for joining me at this lunch table on Sloppy Joe Day. Very happy to have everyone here.
Yeah, the human meat's delicious.
Jules, we're not supposed to let them know that it's ground up D class.
No, these aren't D class at all.
That
It's
is a
just the dead
well-known
bodies.
fact. Even we know that. Seriously,
I kind of spaced out for a second. What are we talking about?
Just
Playing
eat your
games
sloppy
Don't worry
Joe.
about it, just keep eating.
I got you.
All right. Anyways, one thing I like to do when we have new people on the podcast, even though there's only been 6 episodes and an extra one we don't talk about, even though there's only been 6 episodes, I still like to have people who haven't been on the show before introduce themselves so other Foundation members across different sites can get to kind of know who they're listening to. So, Jules, you're up first. If you want to talk about anything related to how you got to your position, remember, most things are pretty much allowed to be discussed. We can redact some information, but, floor's open for you to talk. Go ahead.
I mean, I came up like anybody else, hired in, started at the bottom, I worked GenSec for a while. Which GenSec, that's its own kind of problem. Oh, who thinks that they could call my phone? Okay, that is just a scam caller.
You get cell reception down here?
You get scam callers down here?
It's usually a CI scam caller.
Oh, unless scam call, I get
I take no responsibility for this. That's another cell. I am not responsible for any scam calls. We blow your phone up. We don't send scam calls.
No, this cell is greatly dependent on scam calls. Something about pizzas and whatnot. A beacon bacon special.
Oh,
yeah, fair enough.
That actually sounds good.
Richard, you don't sound very happy about that.
It's just another cell being another cell again. Even after leaving, these kinds of practices annoy me. If you knew half the shit we had to see. Seriously, the coordination at base can best be described as 12 chimpanzees with an AK. It is honestly horrible.
I always thought that was MTF.
No,
I always
it's
thought that was
so
like
much worse.
No, that's just the 11.
There is a reason that the most likely reason for death for a CIA officer is alcohol overdose trying to deal with the enlisted.
It would be alcohol poisoning, not overdose.
Either way, it's pretty basic.
Yes, fair.
Anyways,
the aspirin overdose, but yeah.
Whatever. Jules, I've known you for the longest time. You're a dear friend of mine. I'm very happy to have you on the podcast, and I'm hoping everything is going well with you.
I'm just existing here until I get arrested again, inevitably.
I mean, fair. Lindsay Lohan of the podcast. Anyways, Daniel Silk. I'm pretty sure you've hosted before.
Yep.
Yep. So, anything new in your life? Anything new going on that you'd wish to talk about?
No, not really.
Fair enough. I can respect it. Richard, we're gonna come back to you because I have a lot to chat with you about. But Sergeant Halo, very happy to have you here. Have you I can't remember if you've hosted before.
He's been here before.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Sorry, I just couldn't remember. My memory is dog shit. Anything new with E11 that's been going on inside? Any fun breaches recently that you've had to take care of? Any unruly D-class you've had to deal with? Anything at all?
We got a new commander.
Ooh.
She was originally the lieutenant commander, but then she got promoted. Other than that, nothing else of note. I mean, still same old breaches, everything like that.
Okay. Did you guys hear we're gonna have a new SCP brought to site soon?
Ooh.
Is
Yeah.
that
Do we know what the number is yet?
Well, it's an SCP I discovered.
For real?
Ooh.
Yeah,
So-
13486, the singing tortoise.
Oh, that's gonna be cute.
Yeah, it's a singing Galapagos tortoise that if it sings and you're around and you hear the entire song, it kills you.
That
Oh,
sounds like a rehash of something at another site.
Does it like turn you into a plant, or like does it just kill you?
It turns your head into a bushel of flowers.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
that sounds like
Where
I've heard that one. But I remember I did a study on that one. What was it called again? It's been a long.
The one that's like the Song of Nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine being a D-class and being tested for that.
Look,
You know?
I found the thing at a zoo. It deemed anomalous. I've been on vacation. Look, I just wanted to come back and share this with you because the thing is adorable. It's a giant
407.
Galapagos tortoise and it's cute as hell. But if it sings and you're around it at 3 a.m. when it sings, your head turns into a bushel of flowers and you die.
It's basically 407. Except 407 doesn't turn your head into a plant. It gives you cancer.
I remember being designated
someone
to an
should
SCP.
steal that
was
and put that on the
fun.
PA system.
No, we're
You're
not
evil.
gonna
Well,
do
you're
that.
you're CI.
Richard.
I call you evil.
Richard. Well, he's not CI anymore, and that's what we're gonna get to. Richard, you have left CI.
Yes.
Congratulations, you're free. So
It's not the most glorious thing to leave, but yes. Sure.
I mean, fair enough. The one thing I wanted
liked
to
my
ask
job.
you is really because just before this podcast, you were complaining about it.
Oh no, you missed the point of that. I hated the people. I liked the job.
Oh, okay.
Oops.
So now that you're retired from CI, are there any juicy details you can give us about the inner workings of CI? Or if you do, are they going to come after you and put a bullet in your head?
Going after me is incredibly unlikely for multiple reasons, but they'd more likely just shoot you, but touche, I guess. Well, a lot of things. Let's go over this. A few fun stories to tell. First, something about our lieutenant commander. Not gonna give you a name. If you've heard of him, or if you didn't, you didn't. But in short, the man has a horrible allergy to doing paperwork. It is to the point that it is quite literally that we had, I think, 2 things he was supposed to fill out, and they were left on his table for something like 5 months, and in the end I just did it myself. It got to the point where I swear, he was an anomaly, and paperwork killed him. If that man ever touches a pen and paper, I swear he will disintegrate. Trying to do paperwork on the computer will instantly delete him. At least that was what I was personally convinced of till the end, because that man has never filled out a single anything in his life.
Which is weird because I'm assuming to become CI he had to sign a contract of some kind.
Wait, you think you have to sign a contract to join CI?
Look,
You just
I
kinda
just
walk through
signed
the
a
doors?
contract when I joined the foundation.
Okay,
It said
okay.
listen, when I
Foundation
almost
joined the
also does
kidnapped.
foundation,
background checks.
The foundation does background checks and all that. With CI, it's a bit different. Usually, there is a process which, depending on the cell, either you are given some highly psychedelic object, which just makes you unable to lie, you are questioned for a while, and then basically, either inducted or not, you are given a weapon if you're an alpha and just told to go charge at those people with the weird symbol on them. That is quite literally what Sigma and Alpha personnel are. Some random person, possibly militarily trained, who've been sent at that. The betas are normally recruited from alphas who survive long enough to be justified being told actually important details, and so that goes. There is no contract involved 90% of the time.
Interesting. I always assumed with a lot of jobs there's a contract of some kind that you have to sign. Like my contract states that I have to give 10% of my pay to SCP-049. I don't know why. I just have to do it. That was one of the things I had to do to sign up.
Oh yeah, that was one of the conditions when dealing with 049. He wanted a pay cut of research.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm a scientist too, and we're just like, oh, okay, 049, go back into your cell, please. Don't touch us.
Enough, I don't think that tax money goes to 049. I heard it's going to some embezzlement ring.
Probably considering that thing that we ended up figuring out with that one guy I'm not allowed to talk about. You see, CI gets their hands not just on our own juicy stories, but also on a lot of stuff the Foundation does want people to know. As, you know, putting a document in a secure locker is a great idea until someone with an explosive or a lot of time and a welder comes by and takes it.
You
Oh,
don't
no,
even
see,
need a welder.
we don't
Touche.
we just have the lockpicking lawyer. He just comes on to site and he's just like, what is everything? And I say, don't worry about it. You see that locker over there that has that Master Lock Model 3 on there? And he goes, yeah. And I go, can you pick that lock, please? And before I know it, he's done and we anesthetize him and ship him out again. He's basically our way around.
We should do that to
So
Carl.
you hold up. Let me get this straight so I understand. You get a non-Foundation personnel on site to break open a lock for you to steal something from yourself.
No, it's mainly when like people are hiding classified information inside of like locks and inside of locked containers and they don't want us to get into them, so they put up a fight. So we just send a guy in who looks like a technician. They don't really think about it. They just say, okay, yeah, you could fix whatever. And then he unlocks the lock, grabs the document, and runs out of the room. And then we either shoot or anesthetize the person hiding the classified documents.
Oh, is that what happened
That's-
to John from accounting?
Yes.
That's one way of
Oh,
doing it.
that's yeah, I remember. I wonder where he went.
I mean, that works.
Yeah, I mean, it cost a lot of money. He demands his own private jet to be flown in, and we have to fly him in like 2 times a week. But, like, he's a pretty chill guy.
I mean, we usually just steal the documents in transit, but that works.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, correction, stole. Force of habit. Apologies.
Yeah. We're considering putting him in a cell as an anomaly because he can open up, like, basically any lock. But the problem is that he'll open up the lock to his cell and just escape, and then we
Yeah.
don't want him, like, going through the facility and, like, unlocking everything because
Have
we
you
don't know where
considered a
he'll go.
one-way lock?
He'll find a way to break that out.
No, you gotta get that other guy, the McNally guy, who does the short form lockpicking videos, and have them face each other. Because that dude has some really good aim with throwing things.
It's the modern day 682 versus 076-2.
Exactly.
That'd be an interesting fight. I'd put money on that.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that the Foundation won't let us bet on fights. Like, wouldn't it be cool to have like an SCP fight club and like have like be allowed to bet on fights and stuff like that?
There was.
There was?
You don't remember, but there was.
Oh, there was.
There's a reason there was mass rehiring efforts on a lot of personnel. Turns out having two highly aggressive and dangerous anomalies fight and them suddenly realizing, wait a minute, we are not in a super secure environment, usually ends with a lot of dead personnel.
But we didn't like put them in like a coliseum, did we? Did we like put them in a secure area, right? Like
No.
No. Also, secure area. Define secure area when there's 4 very aggressive anomalies which are all very capable of damaging things quite efficiently. Very secure is proportional to the SCPs you put in an area.
Well, damn. Huh. No wonder I got hired pretty quick.
What do you
They
think
really need new staff after that.
hiring procedures were put in lax mode for a long time?
Yeah, I guess that's how we got the current crop of junior researchers. Have you seen the work they're doing? Or let me
One of them
rephrase
tried
that.
to
Have you
ask
seen
if
the lack
106
of...
was racist.
Did
No
someone
joke.
really test that?
Yes, I looked
Yes.
in the documents and I was like,
Wait. The 173 is racist, Doc, or the
No, no,
106 is racist?
106 is 106 racist? That's an actual document.
No. There
Yes.
used to be a 173 version of that test where they had a bunch of D-class scream Black Lives Matter at 173.
And what happened with 173?
Well, he
He
killed.
killed them.
He
Yeah, I mean,
killed the
killed
white
them.
people
Oh.
before the black people.
Do you think that was just coincidence?
I think
And then they did it again.
Oh, okay.
And again. They tested it. In most cases, it was kind of random.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was gonna mention that I was gonna say, have you seen the current work they're doing? And then I was gonna say, yeah, I mean the current lack of work they're doing, because honestly the junior researchers just kind of sit around all day sampling.
I mean,
honestly,
have y'all gotten another 106 Sonic OC test?
Oh no.
what?
Yeah, someone asked 106 what his Sonic fan character would be.
Oh my god, we're
Oh
not
my
getting into that.
God.
We deal
What
with
the
enough
fuck?
creepy shit on site. We deal with enough creepy shit on site. We're not dealing with Sonic fanfic.
That is too much. That is way too much.
Yeah.
You should classify Sonic fanfiction as some kind of a medic agent because it clearly increases the chance of someone no longer wanting to work anywhere.
Speaking of Sonic fanfiction, I just had a thought I wanted to run by you, Richard. Now that you're not officially CI, can you confirm or deny the following statement?
Depends.
I've heard a rumor that a lot of CI are femboys. Is this true?
What?
Say the same thing
That
about
is a
E11.
very cell-dependent thing. There is a cell to the, I think it's north or somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's the north. I do not know. Again, from where I am, everything tends to be north, but still.
Yeah.
They have a large amount of them, but the cell I worked with had like 3. One resigned to go to the GOC, one resigned to go to the Foundation, O1. The second one also went to O1. I think we had a fourth one who was still in CI, even when I quit. So my cell had like 1, but other cells probably have a bunch. I don't know, Chief.
I don't know. I've heard that rumor for like years now, and figured.
CI has that same rumor for O1, so trust me, we assume the same thing about O1, so reasonable,
Oh no,
I guess.
no. O1 and like all those people, they're furries. They're not femboys.
Well, alright.
You say this in front of the LT com.
Yeah.
The LT, I think the LT com actually left.
Oh.
I don't
Yeah.
see him at your table right now. Or I am blind.
Oh, he is what you call a sneaky bastard then.
Left without a trace or evidence.
This is a fun conversation we're having. Richard, I'll go down the list of everyone here. Actually, I'll start with Halo. You're the farthest away from me, and you haven't really said much. Halo,
Sorry, I
in
was
your
just
time
watching
on
YouTube
this,
on my phone.
fair enough. If if you don't mind me asking, what's the craziest thing you've seen on site so far? If you have anything at all.
I believe I did tell you this last time when I was here.
I know, I'm
When
curious if there's
682
anything, plus I forgot.
to tell you again about the 682 passive breach.
Yes. People can hear about it and people can learn.
Alright, this is a while ago, so I don't remember much, but apparently 682 went to the site director's office and had an interview with the department director of research. Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
was
okay.
quite
I
strange.
remember you telling me this. I
Again?
remember you telling this. What do you mean again? Like this is a thing that's
Again?
happened before.
Yeah, last time
Uh,
682 went to the site director's office before we made it a GenSec director's office, and he started firing employees.
The psychotic murder lizard did what?
Yeah, he fired some employees and then promptly ate them.
I mean, that's one way of being fired. Halo, now that you mention it, yes, I do remember you saying that. I just needed my memory jogged because as I said before, memory like a goldfish. Surprised I've made it this far in the foundation. But thank you for sharing. Richard, now that you're ex-CI, do you have any crazy stories about CI you can share?
Depends. Mostly on what you would define as crazy. If we've had a uprising of Alpha staff at one point, which resulted in half the base being in a shootout for 40 minutes straight, and I was too lazy to get up since my coffee was still there, so it was just me sitting in my office listening to everyone else in the base trying to kill each other for 40 minutes straight, while I proceeded to just fill out all the paperwork everyone else hadn't filled out. Was a really productive day, and then I got to rehiring a bunch of people. With rehiring, I mean arming civilians, because that's currently the best people we can get, which explains why most alphas are either incredibly insane, schizophrenic, or, for that matter, just seem to have no sense of discipline at all.
Are you picking up the inbreds from Pinewood?
I mean, I
Turns out
wasn't
that
going to say
Pinewood
it,
is
but yeah.
producing a large amount of people. So, yes, someone decided, yes, yes, let's start hiring from the Pinewood people.
You
It's
know the pipes in Pinewood are all filled with lead.
Yes, we know
Yeah,
that because when we took the base, I was forced to slap warning signs onto every bloody water tap which reads lead infested water. Don't drink, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, but how did you assume they could read?
Did you do
The
for at least the
people that
CI?
moved into the base are able to read. The people in Pinewood are so far gone it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know that I've had some crazy stories from like moonlighting as a Lyft driver on Surface. Yeah, the people in Pinewood are just psychotic. They get in, I say, "Where do you want to go?" and they go, and I go, all right, to the gas station."
Yes. Now, that's the best part. For some reason, the police department in Pinewood, or for them, the ranger station. I don't know what they put in their drinks, but whatever they put in there, that must be the good stuff. Because these people have an absolute unwavering, unrelenting, senseless confidence, which I could not find in the most hardened MTF or CI you could imagine.
It's
They
cocaine.
look at the odds of hundreds of MTFs staring them down with their guns and go, fuck it, I got a chance, I'll take a swing at it, and rush these people with some careless abandonment of any sense of their own life or self-preservation. It is impressive and inspiring at times.
Yeah, it's cocaine.
cocaine and inbreeding.
Yeah.
And
No,
if
I
you
mean,
And
look,
a lot of
everyone,
lead in the water.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
everyone
lead,
is kind of
inbreeding,
their
and cocaine.
cousins.
And some DMT.
Joe Rogan's learned a lot
Honestly,
about
I've
that.
seen the civilians in action. They're scarier than most JRs and cadets on site.
I've seen a bunch of civilians. I remember this was like an incident where they actually broke into the site and they actually killed a few people. They
The
actually like
worst.
actually
Yeah, that
scary.
happens a lot. We've had the civilians who took a I can't say that or else all of you will be eating some class A today hostage, which resulted in a 30-minute negotiation between A101 and those civilians because they had managed to somehow rig an entire room to explode with a bunch of important personnel inside.
Ah, classic.
To this day, we don't know how those civilians got high-quality energy weapons.
There's a guy in town by the name of Crazy Butters who moved in recently, and he's been going around arming civilians. We can't catch him. I've heard this from MTF, but he has access to a lot of high quality energy and like sniper rifles.
Oh boy,
Is this
that
the
explains
same?
it.
Is this the same guy Dave the Merchant gets his stuff from?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That makes a lot of sense more. I mean, we were
Yes.
just arming the civilians with sniper rifles, SMGs, assault rifles, and everything else, but energy weapons are an entirely different brand.
Yeah. It's pretty insane. We're kind of curious where he gets his stuff too. We're trying to work out a deal with
MC&D.
I mean maybe.
No, we know. As in,
Oh,
we literally know.
fair enough. Anyways, moving on. Jules, what is the you've been around the site for a long time. You've been around, I think longer than I have. What's the craziest thing you've seen on site?
Uh, let's see. Well, like I said, 682 took over the site director's office. Seen CI storm floor 3 and take out A1 members like they were nothing. Let's see. There was this one time during my age as a MTF member, and we shut off heavy containment zone because 096 breach. 096 breach. Everyone's freaking out. You got to go hunt down the picture, but we had the door closed. Thought we could contain the breach to there. The door starts opening. Coming out from the door, I see SCP-999
Of course.
pulling 096 out. That means the blob got a level 4 keycard to open the bulkheads to drag 096 out.
I'm surprised 096 like went with 999, but that's just shocking to me.
Yeah, he just did, and I'm just sitting there with my scrambles on, like, oh, 999's a terrorist.
How?
He just does some days. Like, have you noticed some days he acts up more than others?
Yeah, typically that's when I give him soda for breakfast.
Oh,
Do
you're the
that.
bastard that's been doing that.
No, stop
Yeah,
doing
he
that.
wanders into my okay, look, he's adorable. He sort of rolls into my office and he
I'm gonna get mad at you
gurgles and
for
I
doing
go,
that.
"Oh, you're adorable." And I'm like, "Here, you can have this half can of Coke that I haven't drank yet." And I just kind of chuck it at him and he absorbs it and then he goes bouncing off the walls. Look,
Yes,
he's
and
cute, all
Like,
right.
he's cute. That's fine. But like, it kind of
nice.
interferes with people how fast he's going. He
That's a
interrupts
great
work.
argument. And then you see him dragging a dangerous SCP down the hallway
Yeah.
after acquiring a level 4 keycard somehow.
And I was the only one to survive that encounter. I watched like 10 E11 401 all fall to this fucker. We
Okay,
managed to get a
I
yeah,
have a
yeah, it
very
was sad.
important question about this, and this has to do with a very specific date. Did this take place on the 13th of March?
Probably. It's been ages.
Okay. I think that level 4 keycard might have been mine.
How did you?
God damn it,
Not even gonna
tomato.
Okay, listen.
Dodge,
I fell asleep
you,
at my desk and I woke up and my keycard was missing and alarms were going off. I remember sitting there wondering what the hell was going on, running to PW breach shelter. I couldn't get in because I didn't have my card, but I was let in by the director of research. And when I came back to my office, my card was sitting on my desk with a little bit of orange goop on it. Yeah, 999 took my card.
jeez.
with the amount of shit you do, you'd make a great CI. You unintentionally cause more casualties than some actual deep cover operatives.
Give me a reason why not to drag you out and sell you to the CI at this point.
Thank God you guys don't know the test I've done.
I'll
Uh,
sell you
saying
later.
Yeah,
that
Keegan.
is
Yeah,
not
Keegan.
good for
What
your
have
health.
Hold on, Keegan. What have you done?
Well, I had this friend called Monster. We did some good tests on a 682. We killed 30 people by accident. Actually, a little more. It wasn't. I was. Hey, the MTF was the idiot who opened the fucking door. I told him not to. He opens the door. Me and Monster run, and Sector 2 comes barreling down the hallway, and he kills like 40 people on site.
I mean, that just
So
sounds like
again,
a standard 682 test.
Yeah, honestly.
I,
I
You should
am,
totally shift the blame of everything to Keegan.
you know,
oh, hold on.
if
Were were any of y'all around when that researcher overfed 682 on butter?
No butter?
What?
what exactly?
Why was
I
he
doubt
feeding
it.
butter to 682?
Well, it's not people. Be happy he wasn't
Gee,
feeding people them for once.
I mean, yeah, but think of the
Mm.
congestion in his arteries.
that's the point. She wanted to
What?
kill him by heart failure.
Oh.
Hilarious idea.
How would that
I
even
did
work? I'm
feed
literally.
682
Oh.
Now, I really
decontamination
want to hear
foam
how that
once.
failed.
I'm sorry, Halo. What did you say?
Remember when you did that interview with 682? I was one of the 11 escorting you, and while you weren't looking, I kind of gave 682 decontamination foam. He thought it was cheese puffs.
Yes, I remember. I literally at one point surgically removed 682's heart. Why did this researcher think that butter was going to kill the unkillable lizard?
I mean, this was before your time, Dr. Tomato.
Oh, okay. So this was a while ago. I forget I'm ancient.
Ancient hell. That means I'm a goddamn fossil.
Well, tomato, tomato. Anyways, lunch break is almost over. This has been a ton of fun, but we got to get back on our shifts. Richard has to enjoy his retirement. So I will just go down the people sitting here. Halo, do you have anything you want to say to people?
No, I'm good.
All right. Richard, do you have anything you want to say from wherever the hell you are?
Get yourself a good drink and cease mailing me pipe bombs.
No promises. Daniel, do you have anything you want to say?
No.
Jules, anything you want to add?
You should greet your local overseer and ask them about the disappearance of, '05.
Don't. It's gonna be something redacted. Oh,
Oh, oh,
well, we couldn't hear the last
uh,
part. So.
yeah, sorry. My thing cut out.
That's perfectly fine. It happens to the best of us. Keegan, do you have anything you want to add?
I have two things. One is it was my birthday yesterday.
Yes, I know. I wish you
Yeah,
happy birthday.
thank you. Second thing is that if you see fucking Carl, he's like a tech expert. I don't think he even works here. I swear to God, he's like the weirdest guy. Please catch him.
Are
There's
you talking
something up with
about?
that guy.
That could be any tech expert.
No, it's a straight up tech expert who doesn't wear his goggles and his gas mask. Dude is fucking weird.
It's
He
not
asked about,
illegal
like,
not to wear those.
No, I'm not saying it's
Oh,
illegal. I'm saying he asked about
Carl.
Lightning McQueen and shit. I don't know what he's talking
that
about.
guy.
I've never seen him here.
Yeah.
Fuck is that guy?
I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Kind of scary.
Cliffhanger. I like it. Anyways, this has been the Site-65 podcast. Thank you to Halo, Richard, Daniel, Jules, and Keegan for hosting. I am also your host, Robert Tomato Peterson. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful day.